Raise your hand if you want to do more nail art, but then you remember you can't draw. Well, I have a solution for you today. What's up, nail crew? It's Nicole, your fellow nail obsessed DIYer, and we are going to learn how to do water slide decals over dip powder mayonnaise. That's right, you don't need any kind of nail art skills for this. You just need to be able to press a decal down. It is that easy. We're going to start off with a dip powder mani first, like I love doing. You know, if you've been watching this channel for a while, you know that I love my dip powder manis. And doing water slides is the perfect way to accent and add some like fun flair to your manis. I wanted to show how to apply these water slides with gels. As some of you have asked me how I can do that. I've done ones before with the Maniology sticky base and with just dip liquids, but it's been a really long time since I've done one with gels. I have been trying so many new things lately. I want to get back to some basics just of applying water slides and doing some simple nail designs. It's really been bringing me so much joy just to like get back to what I really love doing. And sometimes, you just need a little break from trying all the craziness, but you still want to have a fun mani. This gorgeous peachy coral that I'm using is called APRICOTS. It's part of the New Girl Inspired collection being released from OG Dip Powder. It is stunning. If you are somebody who loves coral, peach, colors like that, like this is going to be your jam. And I am so ready for spring manis, summer manis. It's really cold here in Pennsylvania, so I'm like doing everything I can to manifest the warm weather. And that will mean doing some really fun, bright nails right now. I am so feeling this. I decided to do 3 nails with the apricots color. And then I went over and I did a layer of clear on all those because I like to encapsulate every single dip powder, every single color that I do when I'm using dip liquids, whether it's a solid, a shimmer, a flake, a foil, a glitter, whatever. It just helps me to really get that nice finish on my manis. And especially if you're somebody who likes to buff and shape a lot, then clear is going to be your best friend to do your final layer of encapsulation, because then you won't mess with any of your beautiful color. The other thing that I really like to make sure that I do is scrub off each layer with a stiff nail brush. That helps so that my nails don't get super thick. And then I go through and I activate all of my shimmer or color nails. I am really messy. I didn't keep it in this video, but I actually ended up spilling the clear dip powder when I was encapsulating. I spilled it all over the place. I have not spilled my clear that badly in so long, but that is part of why I go through and I apply the activator to all of my solid nails, because I tend to do things really messy when I'm dipping and I don't want to get any glitter on my beautiful solid nails. The glitter that I went with is actually a flake, or it's actually a flaky dip. It is so beautiful. It's called Boom, and it's from the Good Place Inspire collection. It lays so amazingly. If you're somebody who wants a ton of dimension on your nails, but you're struggling with bigger glitters, doing a flake mani, especially like these iridescent ones, it gives you so much insane dimension in your nails, and they're so easy to work with. The flakes just like basically melt into your nails. It's kind of crazy. I really love it. I typically try not to use my skin to press down any glitters or anything. If I was doing gels, I absolutely not have pressed anything down. I just happened to forget to grab my little finger cots before I sat down, those little nail condoms that I've been using. And since I was using dip liquids rather than gels, I just pressed them down real quick. But if you're using gels, do not ever touch your nails. Don't ever touch your skin with the gels. If I was using all gels to do this mani instead of just doing the top coating with gels, I absolutely would have gotten up and got some kind of like piece of plastic or a little nail cot to press down my flakes with. Once I finished applying my flake dip, then I went over with a layer of clear dip powder like I did for my solid nails, and I buffed and shaped off camera. I am going to do a full video just on buffing and shaping, so make sure you're subscribed if you are struggling with buffing and shaping and filing after you dip, because we are going to go through all that in one video. Now you get to see how my nails look right before I activate and file and shape them. They are almost ready to go, but I am so excited, loving these colors. Once your activator is hardened and you file and shape, then you want to wipe off all your nails with some isopropyl alcohol on a lint-free wipe, just to make sure that you don't have any dust on them before you go and apply the decals or do your top coating or whatever you're doing. Since I'm doing gels, the first thing you want to do is you want to take a layer of gel base, put it over your entire nail that you're going to do the decal on, and make sure you cap your edges. When you melt the decal into your nail, you're also going to want to kind of melt it around the edges and make sure it's really sealed in. So you fully cure your nail for 30 seconds or however long your gels say to cure them for, and then you cut out your water slide and put it in the water. It's usually about 15 to 20 seconds until you can easily slide off the back. You don't want to leave it in so long that it's like soaked and all shriveled up, but you also don't want to pull it off the backing, but if there's any of it still stuck. I like to use a stamper to apply my decals because it really allows me to squish the decal right onto my nail. I set the decal on a clean lint-free wipe, and that gets off more of the excess powder. Then I use a clear stamper to pick it up, I take off the backing, make sure it's all smooth, and then squish it down into my nail. I found that works the best for me, especially because I'm messy. I mean, look, you can see here that I end up ripping the decal because I'm just rough with everything. I can't help it. I really do try not to be so rough, but like, I mean, my kids know, like, I'm really rough with everything. I can't help it. It's like genetic, and it's been passed down to my kids because they're really rough with everything too. I don't even know what it is, but that is part of why I use a jelly stamper, especially the clear ones, because then I just nicely can squish it right onto my nail. Typically, I use a silicone little nail tool to push it down and make sure that there aren't any wrinkles in my decal, but I forgot to grab it out. So I just use my finger and very, very carefully try to squish it down onto the gel. I tried doing my water slides without having the gel base fully cured, and for me, I'm just too messy. I'm just not gentle enough. This way the decal doesn't move so much when you're pressing it down and when you're trying to smooth it out. But because the gel is still a little bit sticky, you know, because gel base has a sticky dispersion layer, you're still able to smooth it out nicely. Then you're pretty much just working around the decal to get everything off your skin. Now, I pressed really hard down around my skin, so some of it melted into my skin, and I'm taking acetone on an angled eyeshadow brush, or I'm taking acetone on an angled cleanup tool, and that's how I'm getting it off my skin and getting it to melt down to the sides of my nails. I like to take an Orangewood stick dipped in acetone and go around to really get it to get that nice curved line around your cuticle. That's what we're all going for, right? Like, we want it to look like it blends right up to our cuticle and is over our entire nail, like if you're using a full nail one. Once you're done applying the decal and it's in the right spot, then you're gonna want to go in with a layer of gel base over your entire nail and fully cure that. Now, if you are somebody who can apply the decal perfectly on the first try like that, and all your, it's even all around your nail, that's great. You would just go in with a gel top coat. Well, I am not that slick. So after I apply the gel base and fully cure that over top of the decal, I wipe off the tacky layer and then take my e-file and just crisp up my cuticle lines like I do for my dipping. I make sure that the water slide is nice and like curved around my cuticle, like it doesn't look all jagged. So that's something you can do if you're really struggling with having it look nice around your cuticle, that it's not super jagged and like kind of broken looking. You can use your e-file bit to go around your nail like that. Once you finish with your e-file, if you're using it to go around your cuticle, then you want to wipe off all your nails again with some isopropyl alcohol to make sure you don't have any dust on them or anything like that. If you want your nails to last for a long time, if you're somebody who doesn't want to change them every couple days because you use peel base, if you're somebody who does not use peel base and you want them to last for a couple weeks, make sure you cap your edges on both the gel base and the gel top when going over your nails. That is going to be key to getting your manis to last as long as possible. Now, I did cap my edges on this for both the gel base and the gel top because I knew I was going to wear my mani for about like a week or so. Even though I have peel base on, I was not going to have time to change it. My kids have been sick, so I knew that I needed my nails to last for a while. Capping your edges when you're using water slide decals is how you're going to seal them in really nicely. And make sure that whenever you're using gel top, that you also use gel base under your manis. If you can't use gels but you want to use water slides, then check out this next video. Thanks for joining me today, nail crew.